Hi there. The idea of this video is to show you how to turn the GL1200 side reflector from this to this. This isn't my idea, this is an idea I am copying off one of the forums that I belong to. Okay, so the basic idea of this video is to obviously take the side reflector, take the lens off the front, add the LEDs in, basically glue that back on, and then obviously you have the wires come out the back, so you drill two small holes there to let the wire come through. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, very carefully, you need a really sharp Stanley knife. We're going to cut down between the lens and the backing, so we're going to cut down, don't know how well we can see this on here, I'm going to cut down here just to make a noise, try and cut a little bit of the sealant was holding it on. I'm going to do it leaning on here so I can get a little bit of pressure on. I'm not going to go too mad, just cut the strokes with the Stanley knife, turn it around, cut the strokes on the other half. Then using a flat screwdriver, I'm going to put it into that little bit of a cut I've just made and just give it a little bit of a twist. Now, should separate the front from the back. Seems to be doing so. What I'm going to do now is turn it over, do exactly the same this side and on the ends. Okay, so I've used the Stanley knife cut all around now, so now using the screwdriver, again I haven't done this side yet, so just a little bit of pressure, not a lot. I just heard a click there. That's actually good, that means that's actually broken the adhesive slightly. So it's on. Okay, important thing with this, take your time because you don't want to burst anything. You can see here I've started to separate the backing from the lens now, so I'm just going to finish off. But I say you need to go extremely slowly, don't get frustrated with it, otherwise you'll end up needing a new lens. Again, that's not the lens cracking, that's it, that's the seal broken, there you go, and there you go, separated. When I took them off the bike, I left one nut on, so I know which is the front, that goes to the front, the back of the bike, so I know the wires need to come out of here. Okay, now I'm going to drill two small holes to allow the wires to go through. So I'm literally just gonna, I'm using a pillar drill here, but you can use a hand drill. I'm just gonna push it up. There's one each side. There you go, there's my two holes for the wires to go through from the LEDs. Okay, these are the LED strips I'm using. Right, as you can probably see, the 12-inch lengths of course are too long for the reflector, so we need to cut these down. Obviously leave the wide end as it is, cut from the other end. You can see on here, every 3 LEDs, 1, 2, 3, you have a silver line in between. That's the line on which you can cut on. So we're going to cut on that line just there. I don't know how well we can see that. So with the scissors, just a straight cut on that line, like so. And now we have the right length for the reflector. Do the same on the other one. Okay, next stage is to feed the 2 wires from the LED through the hole. So you don't want to make the hole too big. Just feed it through so that the LEDs sit nicely on the front like so. Okay, what we're going to do now is peel the paper off the back of the LEDs, cut it flush with a pair of scissors, okay, and then simply stick them on as you would expect to do. I'm coming down about 1/4 of an inch from the top, probably just under 1/4 of an inch. And leave same sort of gap at both ends. Going to do the same with the bottom one. Okay, as you can see, I've now got the bottom layer of LEDs on, and you'll also notice I've got 4 bits of tape pre-cut here. So all I'm going to do now is literally just cover the ends over, making sure I don't cover the LEDs, any of the LEDs themselves. There you go, and you'll see there that is basically identical to the earlier one. Now, one last thing to do. I've now turned the unit over, and as you can see, I lit my candle. All I'm going to do is just melt a little bit of wax around that hole, just to seal that hole up. That's it. Same on that side, and I haven't done it on the first one either, so I'm going to do the same on there. Just give it a little bit of protection against any water getting in. Hopefully it won't. There you go. Hopefully sealed. Okay, before I think about gluing the lenses back on, quick test, and this is where you'll see I've actually used 1 red and 1 white strip of LEDs. Okay, as you can see, the last step was to glue the lenses back on, so they're glued on. I've taped them on as well. Leave them for as long as you need. I don't know how long the glue I've got takes to set. Let's have a look. Well, it says touch dry in 2 to 3 minutes, but I'm going to leave them wrapped like that for well, it's getting on towards midnight now, so I'm going to leave that now till tomorrow morning, by which time they should be fully dried and fully ready to go back on the bike. Okay, these have now been glued and taped for about 9 hours, so we just undo them and see how we go. Okay, that's very well stuck. Don't know if you see there's a few little bits of glue on it, but I should clean those off in a while. But that is extremely well stuck. What I might do is just put a little bit of super glue along the top here, all sides, and then just smooth it in, just to make sure that's nicely waterproofed, to make sure there's no little gaps for water to get in. Right, let's test them. Okay, I've now unwrapped both. You can see this one didn't quite glue properly on this corner, so I just need to re-glue that and put some more tape on it for a while. But let's test the other one. Okay, so negative and positive. Oh, hold that on there. There you go. That lights up beautifully. Good thing is now, because there's 2 rows of LEDs in there, you've got 3 options. I can have them both as normal rear lights. I can have them both as brake lights, or of course you could wire one as a rear light and the other one to come on as a brake light. Okay, that's it. That's the reflectors turned into lights. Thanks very much.